Don't do this when it's very hot. All right, today we're going to make Khuushuur. It's like a fried dumpling, but it's flat. What is the other name for in other cultures? Like a meat pocket, like a meat, and then flat dough, and then you fry it. I think it's called meat pocket, something like that. But anyway, it's like a flat dumpling fried. Okay, we're gonna make that. Now we have a ground beef here. It's about 300 grams of ground beef. Then about 2-3 tablespoons of chopped onion, and about 2-3 chopped garlic. And into this we're going to add, I'm going to make it the real Mongolian way, just salt and pepper, okay? So we're just going to add some salt here. And some black pepper. Okay, and into this, a little bit of warm water, lukewarm water. And by the way, I will include all the recipe in the description below. Now we're going to mix this up. This is going to make about 6 to 7 Khuushuur. And I have my dough here sitting. And then I have separate separate video only showing you how to make Mongolian noodles and Mongolian dumpling dough. So I'm going to include that link down in the description. Okay, this is good. And if you like, you can put it into one of your glasses, and I'll just put it in the microwave, just cook it and taste it. Let's try 15 seconds. Okay. Perfect. I'm just tasting my seasoning salt. And if in this case, if you have a little less, then you can add more. Or if it's a little bit too salty, you can add a little more meat. Okay, it's your preference also. This is good, tastes good. Okay, here's my dough, has been resting about 35-40 minutes. Since it's just going to make 6-7 Khuushuur, I'm going to turn on my stove now at medium heat, like that. Okay, gonna divide this in like this. Okay. Then you just make it round and flat like this. Hold it like this and then make it flat like that. And just press it. And it goes like this. Okay.
Why are you making it round?
So it's easier to flatten it. Okay, like that. Grab my rolling pin. Okay, why? I don't want this dough get dry on me, so I'm going to just cover this with my bowl. Here we go. I'm gonna make this flat. On the side.
show to the camera how.
Okay, if you can see through, that means it's too thin. So you cannot see through, but the thinness is like I would say like 0.23 millimeters. Yeah, it's very thin. Can you see it?
Now I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to put the filling in. So put the filling like that. You don't want to put too much meat, because I experienced that when you have too much meat, it kind of gives that pressure and then it explodes when it gets into the oil. And then this part, you're going to pinch it like this. You see? Let me show you. Let me slow down. You're holding it in between your hands and fingers. Let me do slower, like this. You grab with your thumb from this end, and then with your index finger, grab from here. Can you see?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then as I'm going, I'm going to just flatten it a little bit. And then just keep pinching. Actually, my dough came out a little bit tougher, so I'm having a little bit hard time pinching it together. And then last part, just pinch it, put it together like that. Okay, again, meat goes in. And then you fold it in half. And then you put it between your hand like this and you pinch. One end, the other end. You see, it goes like this. And then you grab one end, the other end. And then when it gets to the end, you're going to hold it between your palm, press it. What I'm doing, I'm getting all the air out. You see? And then the last part, you just finish pinching it. Okay, this is how it goes. So some people like to add some vegetables, like shredded carrots or shredded cabbage. They like to add anything they want, any vegetables, and you're welcome to do that. I'm showing you today just a very simple way. And there's also some other techniques to pinch this. You see, I put a little less meat, and then I'm having trouble pinching this. Okay, now let's go ahead and go here. Comes to the end, I'm gonna press it again. Okay, let me make sure that I sealed enough. Okay, let me show you a little different way too to pinch it. If you have trouble pinching it, you can also do it this way. You know how like in olden times Americans used to make apple pie it's called? Not pie. Okay. Just press it like this, all the end. And I've seen even people use the fork and press it. And it's already pressed. And then you're just going to simply press it like that. Like this. This is also done like that. And then let me show you another way. Some people use some plate to pinch the end, like by pressing it. Like this. And like that. Press it down, get the air out. And then let me grab the plate. And then what they do is they press around it. It goes like this. And then once you have this, make sure you press it a little bit so it doesn't burst on you. Okay, like that. And only downside of this, you have some leftovers, then you have to combine with the other dough. That's the only downside of that part. Okay, now oil is warmed up. Let's fry it. Okay, so while that's frying, I'm gonna just point out one thing. My dough this time I made it a little bit tough, but if you happen to have your dough is a little bit soft and it sticks to it, then you grab a little bit of flour before you start rolling it. Get some flour, it's not gonna hurt, and then you roll it. Do not ever, after you make flat, do not try to put some flour because you're gonna have trouble pinching it. Because by the time you roll this dough, all the flour is going to be absorbed into your dough. So now you see, I used the flour in the beginning. By the time you ended up rolling it, all the dry flour is gone. So this is what we want, okay? Now you see it's like a kind of becoming golden brownish, like a golden brownish. You see the edges, especially this one, the bottom. This means it's time to flip this over. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna gently, because the bottom is already hard, so it wouldn't hurt to touch the bottom like that. And then I'm just going to gently flip it over like that. Be very, very careful because this is hot oil. Okay, so grab it from here. And then I'm trying not to poke with this soft part of the dough. Okay, and then do like this, and then gently flip it over like that. But when the both sides is like this color, that means inside is going to be done. So far it looks nice, very beautiful color. Okay, let's remove this one. Let's go ahead and remove this. This is done. This is done. Then we're going to cook more. Okay, when you put it into your oil, I want you to do it this way. Move this here a little bit, make some room. Start from one end and slowly put it down like that, okay? Now here again. You see that the edges is very hard, so I'm kind of literally just using my tongue to hold on to the edges. And I'm frying it at like about medium heat. You see how thin this is? Can you actually see? Not really, right? But this is this much thin. Get the air out. Make sure you get the air out. And then you can lift up once and then remove it and start pressing. I think when you're very new, instead of pinching it, I think this will be easier for you. Like that. This is ready. I have to remove it. Okay. There. This is the one with the plate. That's why you don't see any pattern on the edges. There's that. Okay. We like to cover it. After you remove it, we like to cover it because some people like this crispiness of the dough, the crispy part. While it's just done, it's nice and crispy. But most of us just like to let it sit here another 2 minutes and makes it nice and soft. That's how our family likes it. Can you please leave a comment? How do you like yours? Oops, yeah, this is the dangerous part, okay? Be very careful. Here we go. All right, let's give it a try. Let me show you how it looks inside. This is how it looks, and it's pretty juicy.
Ooh, you want to just show how the juices come? Just
Yeah, it's
coming
like this.
very juicy. Yeah. So no, normally we don't just spill the juice, right? Just tell.
So normally we don't just, I'm just showing you how it looks inside, how juicy it is. But normally we don't tear this in half and then drip all the juice. No, we literally just bite from here and then suck on the juice. Let me show you. Let me show you. Anything fried is really good, right? Now, here's the juice. Don't do this when it's very hot. It's already warmed. Tastes really good, actually. Really delicious. Okay. Here we go.
Let's eat it, guys.